Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is in the About Me section of YouTube, and I created this section in order to give you guys a little bit more insight about my personality, just about me personally, things I like, things I don't like, and I feel like this is just um, an opportunity for me to talk. Just basically tell you guys more about me as a person. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I have to say that I'm very disappointed because I have another unboxing. I've already worn the shoes, I've tried the shoes, and I don't like them. And I'm really disappointed because these shoes look really good. We are going to look at the Nike GT Cut 4s. Now, yes, I got them for 50% off. They were originally $200 and now they're 49% off. They've been about half off for most of this week. I realize why. But they look really good, you know. They do. They look amazing. It's just that, well, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So this is going to be my main camera. I do have my iPhone for a secondary camera, and so we'll go into it. Um, this is the box that it came in. And like I said, I've already got my QR code to return them because of how bad this review went. So these are them. Take them out of the box and don't adjust your camera, um, your monitors or anything. Don't adjust your monitor. They really look like this. This is the box. It looks like this color all over. It's got some type of metal circle here. Of course, I wear size 12. They have the GT a little bit over here. You can kind of see it, the Nike swoosh sign, and then on the top they have GT cut. Again, if your priority is style, these shoes all the way around, presentation, everything, 10 out of 10, maybe even like 11 out of 10. Oh, and then you open it up and you get this card comes in. So on the back of the card, you have all the information there as far as what's in the shoe, which is really nice for Nike to put in there. So that's a plus, right? Now, also on the inside, you have is this like a duffel bag or something? Yeah, it's a bag. GT cut. It's got some tassels right there. You're able to open it up, put your shoes in. Um, I don't know. Presentation, very nice. Very nice. All right. Now, the thing that's kind of weird with these is I've never seen that before. Each shoe is individually wrapped in a lot of paper. I don't know why, but they're wrapped in a lot of paper. So, take all the paper off. And again, I have no complaints about how the shoes look. Like these are the best looking shoes that I've seen in a while. Just 10 out of 10. Through sign, the sole, it comes up like this, you know, very nice design. All these ridges, very nice. The bottom of the shoe, it's got the Zoom X and the Air Zoom in there. On the back, it's got the GT, and then there's the Zoom X strings. It's got that gold foil kind of weird colors going on there. Now, the other side, I like how the Nike swoosh is angled up like that. It's very nice. Another little swoosh sign in here. So I like the colors, but obviously, what's the problem? The problem is try to bend them. You can't bend these at all. They're not. I don't know what material this is. I don't want to say plastic, but very rigid. Um, and when you try to bend the shoe, they're darn near hard as a rock. So getting your foot into these shoes when they don't give is very difficult. Getting your foot in the shoe, out of the shoe, very difficult. Walking in the shoe, you see this piece here, that goes into the bottom of your, well, probably top of your ankle, top of your foot. That is just sticking into my leg all the time. So when I'm walking, it's just like my leg is keeps pushing up against it, and there's not a lot of give. So this is like sharp, and I don't know why they made the shoe like this. But so yes, the material looks good. Um, and let me switch to the other cam. I mean, awesome. It looks great, you know. It looks really good. But man, trying to walk in them. So what I usually do is I walk down the hall, walk downstairs, walk to the mail room. Sometimes I walk out to the parking lot to my car and then come back. These, I didn't make it to the parking lot. I made it to the mail room and I picked up my mail and I came back, but that's pretty much it. I was ready to take them off because they don't like when you walk, you're looking for the shoe to bend, and these shoes don't bend. They just don't. So it's like you're walking with I don't want to say bricks or concrete or something. They don't move. Um, so as awesome as they look, I mean they have all of this in here. Like that's very nice. Very nice design. Like I said, design 10 out of 10. Practicality, I'm going to have to say a 2 out of 10, maybe a 3 out of 10. But I can imagine that they're 50% off because people are trying to walk in them, and that's difficult to do. Um, I mean, there's no other way to put it. Like, it's very disappointing. It just is. And the other thing, when you put the shoes, like when you put the shoes on and you look down at your feet, look how cool that looks. They look amazing. They look amazing on your feet um, until you start walking in them, and then there's a problem. There's just a problem. Now the sole, I like the grip of the shoes. There's nothing wrong with the soles. There's nothing wrong with the cushion. There's plenty of cushion in them. It's just like I said, when you step like this and you try to walk, it's like concrete. It's not moving, um, which makes them extremely uncomfortable. So I would say go all of 10 steps. Like just walk 10 steps in these and it's going to be a problem. You're going to notice like, okay, these things are not practical. Um, I'm bummed. I'm bummed because I mean they have the different colors too. Well, I think these would be more for the ladies. The pink style of the shoes really really nice. Now these are not as dual toned, but you got like magenta on one side and then it goes to pink. You have the white, which these are 39% off. They started at $220 and now they're down to 133. You have the blue, which I'm not that crazy about the blue. The red, mm, not bad, not bad. And then the yellow, I was tempted to get the yellow because I think this color combination actually works for some reason. But when you get a color that's this loud, it's very limiting in what you can wear it with. So even though I like the color, it's just look at that. Style points, like I said, 10. But I decided to go with the blue and the black, which I mean it goes with a lot of different outfits. You can wear it with different outfits, right? You have a lot more options than you would if you went with the yellow. But the problem is either way whichever colorway you pick, try walking in them. It's uh it's a challenge. It's a challenge. And these 49% off, they started at $200 and now they're at 101. So after I bought them, I started looking at the reviews for these shoes and everybody said the same thing. They look amazing, but you can't walk in them. They don't have any give. They could have gotten away with one side of the shoe being rigid, and then this part they could have made it normal, um, like a normal shoe, because they have you see, like they have the vents in here to let some air into the shoe, but that doesn't even help because the material. I don't want to call it plastic. I don't know what it is, but your foot can't breathe, your foot can't move in the shoe. So, and these are basketball shoes, oddly enough, and you can't move in them. So, I don't know what they were thinking. Well, obviously, I think when it's 2026, we want our shoes to look, you know, contemporary, which they got that part right for sure. But in terms of function, practicality, it's just not there. And I'm sad because they really look amazing. They look really good. They're gonna have to do something with this material because, like I said, when you're walking, all you feel is this digging into the top of your foot or into your leg. Um, that that literally hurts as you're walking. So it's got to have some give to it. It's you have to be able to get your foot into here And when it doesn't want to move, man, it's rough. It's rough. So you know how you get a shoe and you want to break it in because it can new shoes are kind of like rigid, or you get like a baseball glove and it's really rigid. You have to loosen up the material. You cannot loosen these up. You can't. They are set. And if you guys know what material this is, you can you can let me know in the comment section. But these things, they're not going anywhere. There's no way you can break this type of material in. Um, they're stuck. This is worse than the baseball gloves. Other reviewers have called them the material like rain boots, because the rain boots, they keep the water out. They have like a plasticky feel to them. I just wow. All right. So that's my review. I'm going to have to find something to replace them, obviously. Um, I have some options. I'm going to introduce you guys to another option that I went with. Uh, but as far as the GT Cut 4s, you might have to look for an earlier version of this, because the earlier versions of the GT Cuts, I don't think they had this material, but I think the cushioning and the traction, well, the grip on these are still just as good, but the material is not this. It's like, wow. I don't know. So that's all I have for this one. I will see you guys on the next episode. Take care.